Hello everyone, welcome to my bold and beautiful Gossip Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Is Bill behind Sugar's jail delivery vengeance plot turned out badly? The Intense and the Lovely uncovered that the show has a fascinating and open door to extend the most recent storyline encompassing Sheila Carter and her copy, Sugar, otherwise known as Janet Weber. In light of Elder Sharp's web-based digging, he realizes Sugar escaped jail ahead of schedule for good way of behaving. Be that as it may, we need to consider if perhaps somebody was helping in the background Sugar out. Imagine a scenario where someone set up for Sugar to escape jail so she could do her most obviously terrible to Sheila. On the off chance that that is the situation, maybe we ought to think about Bill Spencer as the top suspect for getting a horrendous idea underway. All things considered, B&B fans know it's Bill's shortcoming that Sheila isn't sitting in the slammer at the present time. In the event that Bill had quite recently let John Finnegan and Steffi Forrester affirm according to plan, Sheila would have confronted equity. Unfortunately, Bill attempted to bring Sheila down on more terrible charges through that messed up FBI activity, which eventually prompted Sheila getting off the snare. Imagine a scenario in which Bill chose to correct that with a wrathful plan that was a little fresh. Bill has most certainly been known to toss payoffs around, so he might have placed cash in the right hands to guarantee Sugar's delivery. Perhaps Bill bet on Sugar being sufficiently irate to clear Sheila off the guide for good. Obviously, Sugar is similarly however hazardous as Sheila seems to be, so the arrangement might have turned out badly. Bill never would have believed Sugar should jump in Steffi's home and plot against her like that. By the by, this could be a circumstance where Sugar denounced any kind of authority and concluded Sheila's end wasn't sufficient. Sugar apparently needed to approach Sheila for dispensing with Steffi and drive her to decay in a prison cell, however Steffi brought Sugar down first. As such, Bill might not have guessed that Sugar would have Sheila's spot and send off all that Bluff House bedlam. There's no rejecting that having Bill be the driving force of Sugar's jail delivery would be a remarkable turn. Our forecasts highlight a few stunners and purges as this storyline proceeds, so remain tuned. The striking and the wonderful spoilers say Bill makes them interest material coming up, so we'll bring you reports on any large news that may linger. The youthful and the fretful spoilers, Billy won't withdraw. The youthful and the fretful spoilers say that with regards to Billy and his fight with the Chancellor Winters, he is unquestionably going to hold fast. Also, for what reason couldn't he, isn't that so? Entertainer Jason Thompson, who plays Billy Abbott on the hit ABC Cleanser, as of late gotten serious about his personality's battles with the corporate aggregate. Continue perusing beneath for all that you want to be aware. The youthful and the anxious spoilers, Billy will not withdraw. Addressing drama summary in another meeting, Jason expresses that while his personality has positively committed his reasonable portion of errors previously, he's certainly attempted to transform the greater part of his wrongs into privileges. The entertainer puts it along these lines: my thought process with Billy is that he truly accepts that he has gained from a great deal of his errors. He's gained from being at Jabot. He's been the co-president, he's been the COO, and he's gained from the entirety of that sort of stuff. I see Billy as a self-person handling sort of fellow, yet he likewise has this blameless sort of youthfulness partially. He needs to in any case live it up and get somewhat free. Thus I like that sort of stuff about him too, yet I truly do accept that he views that at CW as another chance for him to truly take responsibility for the things that he's had to deal with in his life and to consider it with a particular goal in mind. Jason proceeded, Billy's stance is, haven't arrived to remove anything, however I truly do accept that my mother's name ought to be on this organization. She claims a portion of, she's fabricated it, and blah, blah, blah. He truly trusts that. Okay, asking, didn't function admirably, all things considered, then we will do it another way, however I'm not abandoning the way that I'm here to address my mom's well-being and her heritage no matter how you look at it. Thus when he has that sort of conviction, he can do anything, since he has a reason in his life. Presently, he's here to finish a work and the occupation is to safeguard his mom's inheritance. The youthful and the fretful spoilers, what's next for Billy? It's implied that fans will just need to tune in every single day to figure out what will occur straight away. The youthful and the anxious airs non-weekend days on the CBS organization. Actually look at your neighborhood postings for times. Tell us, what is your take on this story? Leave us your contemplations in our remarks segment underneath. Likewise, watch this space for all of the most recent letting the cat out of the bag. Return to praising the cleansers for all that you really want to be familiar with the youthful and the anxious, general emergency clinic, the intense and the delightful, days of our lives, the English imperial family and the most sweltering celebs. All items and administrations included are autonomously picked by editors. In any case, soaps.com might get a commission on orders set through its retail connects, and the retailer might get specific auditable information for bookkeeping. Luna and RJ are in somewhat of a difficult situation on the striking and the wonderful now that she's at long last confessed about her night with Zend. Not that it was at all her issue, as Zend told Carter, the shortcoming was on Poppy's mints. Also, all things considered, him. Be that as it may, RJ's harmed and confounded and not certain he can move beyond their night together. All items and administrations highlighted are autonomously picked by editors. Notwithstanding, soaps.com might get a commission on orders set through its retail connects, and the retailer might get specific auditable information for bookkeeping. Luna and RJ are in somewhat of a tough situation on the strong and the lovely now that she's at last told the truth about her night with Zend. Not that it was at all her issue, as Zend told Carter, the shortcoming was on Poppy's mints. Also, honestly, him. However, RJ's harmed and confounded and not certain he can move beyond their night together. In addition, we're actually holding back to figure out who Luna's dad is. While the show appears to have inclined toward Finn, assuming it turns out to be Bill, this would situate them to meet up and bond, similarly the investor did with his children working at Spencer Distributions. Be that as it may, it would likewise give Luna a little distance so she's not clashing with beloved father like Wyatt and Liam generally would in general do. Once more and for the watchers, it would put Bill up front. Eventually it would be a mutual benefit for everybody except the Forrester men. Furthermore, with regards to president of Spencer, we're almost certain there's very little that is superior to that. The striking and the wonderful spoilers uncover that Juliet Vega has been given a role as Michelle. Subtleties on the part are being left hidden. In any case, there is a family association with Sean Cannon, who plays Minister Sharp on B&B. Continue to peruse to find out about the association as well as our hypotheses on Michelle's storyline. The intense and the lovely spoilers, Juliet Vega cast. B&B spoilers uncovered that on Friday, April 26, 2024, fans will see another face. That face has a place with Juliet Vega, who is Cannon's stepdaughter. Juliet will show up as a lady named Michelle, a person name motivated by Juliet's genuine mother and Cannon's genuine spouse, Michelle Cannon. Assuming that name sounds natural, this is on the grounds that Michelle Cannon is one of the cleanser's authors and makers. B&B spoilers, Sean Cannon's family association. As per Michael Fairman, who announced the projecting news, Sean and Michelle wedded in 2012. At that point, Sean had one girl, Simone Cannon. Concerning Michelle, she has 4 kids, Peter, Gigi, Annie, and Juliet Vega.